Well, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and hit on some of the best iPhones that you should definitely go ahead and buy in September of 2024. Now, a few things to keep in mind with this particular phones or these phones is that with the S and with the iPhone 16 coming out, this is going to be one of those devices that's probably going to overtake a lot of different phones. So you might not want to go ahead and buy any of the iPhone 15s. If you're watching this late September, then definitely buy the iPhone 16s and 15s and so on and so forth. But from now until the iPhone 16s are released, I probably would not buy an iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Plus or iPhone 15 Pro or iPhone 15 Pro Max. I think the best iPhones, honestly, if you're going to buy any iPhones in September prior to the iPhone 16 release, is probably the iPhone 13 or the iPhone 12s. If you can swing for an iPhone 13 or iPhone 12, those particular devices might be able to be giving you like an overall better experience in some ways than something like an iPhone 15 in this particular situation, just because of that price tag and the fact that the iPhone 16s are about to come out. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, like I stated, to buy something like an iPhone 15 when the 16s are about to come out. But later on this month, it will make a lot more sense to go and buy an iPhone 15 than the 16, especially from a price tag standpoint. So I do think that in and of itself is another very big thing to kind of keep in mind there too. So if you're going to go ahead and buy a phone, definitely I would recommend the iPhone 13. It's a great phone, 6.1 inch Super Retina XR OLED display. You're getting the Apple A15 Bionic chip. You're getting a lot of 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is good enough, and still a long-lasting phone. And by the time the iPhone 16 comes out, the iPhone 13 won't really experience too much decrease in price. It's going to see a pretty good linear, decreasing, I guess, in terms of the price tag, and it won't be a massive drop like the iPhone 15s, we're going to see there. Now, on top of that, with the iPhones 12s, I feel like these are kind of the bare minimum of an iPhone I'd recommend buying. The 10 or 11 are still great, but the 12 is probably the best one that I would look at as probably being one of the better priced iPhones, especially when it comes down to the iPhone 16s coming out. And I think when it comes down to September, this is one of those iPhones I'd probably recommend a lot of people to buy, just because once the 16s come out, these ones aren't really going to see that massive depreciation, which again is a super nice thing to have. And I do think that in of itself is another very cool thing to have right there. So I think when it comes down to it, those are kind of the best iPhones I'd recommend the average person to go ahead and buy. Those ones make a lot more sense to go and buy than these other ones. So that's kind of how I see these phones kind of holding up from that particular perspective. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.